Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book and record episode to do. Today's book is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from 1968. So let's see how this sounds.
My name is Joel Krager, and we're going to read a story together. Remember, when you hear this sound, turn the page. Ready? Turn the page. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, adapted by Gene Lewis, pictures by Gordon Lake, Golden Press, New York. Turn the page. Hang on, Jemima, shouted Jeremy. You're going too fast, yelled his sister. Jeremy and Jemima Potts sat in an old car parked behind Mr. Coggin's garage. They were making believe they were racing. Turn the page. Look out! Jeremy hooted the horn as Mr. Coggins and the junk man walked in front of them. You call that a car? Snorted the junk man. He kicked the wheels. She's only good to melt down into scrap. I'll sell her to you for 30 shillings, said Coggins. All right, I'll haul her off tomorrow, said the junk man. As he drove away, the children ran to Coggins. Please, please don't sell her, cried Jemima. Sorry, said Coggins, but I need the money. Daddy will buy her, said Jeremy. Come on, Jemima. They found their father out in the shed working on his candy-making machine. When they told him about the car, he said, I'd like to buy her, but I just don't have 30 shillings. Could you sell something? Asked Jemima. I was going to the Scrumptious Sweet Company to sell my candy-making machine, said Professor Potts. But he'll never buy candy that's full of holes. He turned the handle of the machine and tossed a licorice lozenge to Edison the dog. Turn the page. Toot, peep, toot, peep. They all looked to see who was whistling. Look, it's Edison, shouted Jeremy. A whistling dog, laughed Jemima. No, it's a whistling sweet, said her father. Toot, peep, said Edison. See, when he sucks the candy, his breath whistles through the holes. Edison, you're a genius. And Professor Potts picked him up and hugged him. Children, fill this bag with candy. We're off to sell Lord Scrumptious my Toot Sweets. Lord Scrumptious was busy tasting candies in his factory. Toot Sweets? Potts, you must be mad, he roared. If you just listen to one of mine, sir, pleaded Professor Potts. Listen to candy? Bosh! Snapped his lordship. He dipped his spoon into a big pot. Too much pepper, not enough mint. Then Jeremy slipped a licorice toot sweet in his mouth. Jemima sucked on a cherry toot sweet. Toot, peep, toot, peep. Lord Scrumptious dropped his tasting spoon. What's that? He thundered. The professor beamed. That, sir, here we are on the second side of the record. Did you remember to turn the page? Good. Let's continue. Here, let me try one of those things, demanded Lord Scrumptious. Rather good. And soon, the Scrumptious Sweet Company was filled with the sound of toot, peep, toot, peep. But that wasn't all it was full of. Dogs of every size and shape heard those whistles, and dogs began to jump in through the windows, the doors, and even through the letter slot. Out! 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 Bellowed Lord Scrumptious. He waved his spoon at a beagle who had his nose in the peppermint pot. Down, sir! Down! Then the bell. Toot! Peep! Toot! Peep! When the Pottses and Edison whistled on their toot sweets, the dogs followed them right out of the candy factory. Lord Scrumptious ran out after them. Potts, wait. Dogs love your candies. So why not make candies for canines? We'll call them Woof Sweets. They'll make you rich, Potts. Rich enough to buy the car? Gasped Jemima. Please, Daddy, can we go get her? Asked Jeremy. Turn the page. And get her they did. With the help of Mr. Coggins and his horse, they towed the car into the shed. Let's have a look at the engine, said the professor, lifting the hood. 2 pigeons fluttered out. There's lots of work to be done, he said. First, I'll need some spare parts. The children and Edison watched him carrying into the shed a rowboat, the hood from over the kitchen stove, and the red leather cushions from his favorite armchair. Then he shut the door. They heard loud hammering and the sputter of their father's blowtorch. At last the shed door opened again. "Oh, Daddy," cried Jemima, "you did it." "Climb aboard," said their father. "We'll run her down to the beach for a picnic." "Let me come with you," said Truly, Lord Scrumptious' daughter. "What a funny noise she's making," said Jemima. "She's talking to us. All engines talk," her father explained. "It's saying, 'Chitty, Chitty.'" "Bang, bang!" shouted Jeremy as the car backfired. "Chitty, Chitty, bang, bang," said Jemima. "That's her name." Leaving the car parked on the beach, the Pottses raced Edison into the water. "I hate to leave Chitty behind," said Jemima. "Look out! Here she comes," said Jeremy. Chitty splashed toward them like a frisky speedboat. Dripping wet, the Pottses and Truly climbed back in. "I do believe she thinks she's a boat," laughed Professor Potts, steering her through the waves. "Chitty's a magic car," said Jeremy. After a picnic supper, they drove home. "Daddy," said Jemima, "if Chitty can swim, do you think she can fly, too?" whispered Jeremy. Why not? Said their father. She's magic. Just then, Chitty's wheels folded under her. Wings sprouted from her front fenders. Up, up she flew, heading straight for the evening star high above. Jeremy and Jemima patted her seat cushions.
So that was Chitty Bang Bang from 1968. Now, I looked up some information about this book. And this book was made by Ian Fleming, the James Bond writer. And the James Bond creators that made the movies made this movie too. The director and producer. I never seen this movie at all, so I have no clue if this book and movie are about the same. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Bert, a birdie little brother.